The sun was setting over Metropolis, casting long shadows across the streets below. From his perch high above the skyline, Superman hovered silently, listening to the sounds of the city he had sworn to protect. He heard the familiar sounds of bustling traffic, distant conversations, and the steady heartbeat of the metropolis. But something felt off. A deep, almost imperceptible hum in the atmosphere, a sensation that something monumental was approaching. Suddenly, the peaceful evening was shattered by a massive tremor. The ground quaked, and buildings shook violently. Superman's superhearing picked up the sound of people screaming and panicking as the tremor grew stronger. But this wasn't a natural disaster. He could feel the malevolent energy, a force unlike anything he had encountered before. In the distance, above the city's center, a shimmering portal opened in the sky. A figure stepped through, one that radiated power and malice in equal measure. His skin was a deep, mottled purple, and his body was covered in armor that gleamed ominously in the setting sun. On his hand rested a gauntlet encrusted with 6 glowing stones. Superman's eyes narrowed. He had heard of this being, whispered in legends across the galaxy. Thanos, Superman muttered, flying toward the intruder. As Superman approached, Thanos surveyed the city below with cold, calculating eyes. Superman landed on a rooftop just a few yards away from Thanos. "I don't know who you are, but you've chosen the wrong planet to attack." Thanos turned, his expression unreadable. "I am not here for your world, Kryptonian, but if you stand in my way, I will crush you like the insect you are." Superman's eyes glowed red as he prepared for a fight. "You won't get the chance." In a blur of motion, Superman flew at Thanos, his fist connecting with the Titan's chest with enough force to shatter mountains. But Thanos didn't budge. Superman's fist collided with the Infinity Gauntlet, and a shockwave erupted from the impact, shattering windows across the city. Thanos' eyes gleamed with amusement. "You are powerful," Thanos said, "but you do not understand the forces at play." Before Superman could react, Thanos clenched his gauntlet, and one of the stones, the Power Stone, flashed brightly. An invisible wave of energy exploded outward, sending Superman hurtling backward through several buildings. He crashed into the street below, creating a massive crater. Superman groaned as he stood, shaking off the debris. Thanos descended from the sky, landing gracefully in the center of the street. The two titans faced each other, the air crackling with tension. "You can't win," Superman said, his voice unwavering. "Whatever power you're after, I won't let you have it." Thanos smirked. "I've already won, Kryptonian. You just don't realize it yet." With a flick of his wrist, Thanos activated another stone, the Reality Stone. The world around them shimmered and warped. The streets of Metropolis twisted and distorted, turning into an alien landscape of jagged rocks and molten rivers. Superman looked around, momentarily disoriented, but his resolve didn't falter. With incredible speed, Superman launched himself at Thanos again, this time using his heat vision to blast the Mad Titan. The searing red beams hit Thanos head-on, but he raised his gauntlet, deflecting the attack with ease. Superman followed up with a barrage of punches, each one faster and stronger than the last, but Thanos blocked or absorbed them all. Superman shot into the air, faster than a speeding bullet, and collided with Thanos in an explosion of force and light. The ground shook, and for a moment, everything was still. When the dust settled, Superman stood tall, bruised and battered, but unbroken. Thanos lay at his feet, dazed and disoriented. The Infinity Gauntlet, cracked from the impact, flickered with fading power. Superman knelt beside the fallen warlord, his voice steady. "It's over, Thanos. You're done." Thanos felt something he rarely experienced, defeat. With a final glance at the defeated Titan, Superman flew into the sky, the weight of another hard-fought victory resting on his shoulders.